Three, two, one.
Hi, my name is Élison Bartolomeu, and today I want to talk about something with you. One day I was wondering, why do people compare themselves so much to the others? And I sort of understood why. We live in a world in which those who don't have as many accomplishments as the others are seen as less. And that's the image the society builds. That's how the world turned out to be. We want to prove the society wrong and be the best as we can. We want to be the best player, the best student, the best model, the best Instagrammer. We want to be the best just to prove them wrong and just to prove that we can. But not for ourselves. We do it for the others mostly. So one day, I was just messing around, chatting with my friends, having a good time, when another friend of mine sent me an image. And believe me, I've never seen something as truthful as that image. Someone got a degree at age 22, but had to wait 5 years to get a stable job. Someone became a big entrepreneur when he was 25, but died at 50. Meanwhile, another person became a big entrepreneur at 50 and lived a healthy life till he reached his 90s. Someone is single while someone is married. Obama finished his political career at 55, whereas Trump started at 70. Everyone in the world works according to their own time. Sometimes people surrounding you might seem better than you when others might seem worse than you. But everyone is running on their own marathon, on their own time. Don't envy or underestimate that. You're not behind, you're not ahead, you are on the right time. Everything is on God's time. And I understand, we're normally pressured by our parents, by our friends, by our significant others, and even by people that just know our name and nothing else about us. Any mistake we make is judged as if it was the end of the world. But we are all humans, and that's who we are. We're all different. Okay, so now just imagine if we all had the same mind, the same values, the same way of thinking, same way of dressing, same way of seeing things. Would there be any difference between us? Would the world make sense? Would there be any excitement in this world? I've reached a stage of my life in which I became aware that comparison is what destroys us as humans. Comparison is what destroys our dreams in slow motion. What you have now is a reason to smile. No matter how bad the situation, this is one bit of the big path you are constructing. I decided to ask my classmates two simple questions. Do you compare yourself to people? And why? And these were their answers.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Nah, no, not really.
Yes, I do.
Generally, no.
Yes.
No, I don't compare with anyone.
Maybe to famous people.
I do not compare my path to from other people.
Sometimes, yes.
Yes, I do.
In the past I used to.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
No.
Yeah, sometimes I do it.
Because if you keep comparing yourself to people, it's like you're trying to be competitive, yeah? But kind of in your own head.
I know that everyone says that you're not supposed to or you shouldn't, or you should focus on your own successes, but I think it's conditioned. It's something that I do anyway.
If you live with other people and you want to see how they feel about you, so you just try to think about it, like how you fit in the society. Like, are you the same with these people or are you different?
We always think about how we look and how they look and how we could look better or how we could be better people.
I believe that everyone has a different path and has different experiences, but sometimes they make me inspired. I want to know how to achieve what they have achieved. So therefore, I consider that they have achieved things that I haven't achieved yet.
I'm self-aware of my weakness, a strong point. Then I don't need to. I know humans not perfect, so I accept myself like that.
When other people talk about their achievements, I try to see where they come from and how they got there. So that's a big deal that you have to look into. So, for example, with grades, I do think most of it is hard work and people deserve the grades they get. But that doesn't make you superior.
A long time ago, I learned that actually I didn't have to like continue comparing myself to other people because we are all so different, and then we have weaknesses, strengths. And then I think like nowadays I compare myself with other people, but I know like when I want to motivate myself, when I want to actually like do something that I don't feel capable of doing. So I just say, okay, these people can do it. Why can't you?
When I always feel and see that someone is more creative than me, I always try to understand them and like spend more time with them to then get something back.
Sometimes it's more about kind of to motivate myself to achieve better results, because usually when I compare myself with someone, I compare with those who, in my opinion, are achieving better results than what I'm doing. So like I would think like if someone else can do what I'm doing better, why can't I do that thing better? So it kind of motivates me to improve myself.
To my parents, it was always, so where did your friends get into? To sort of measure what I've achieved with what they've achieved. So it's conditioned. I mean, I know I shouldn't be doing it, but at the back of your head, that comparison will always be there in terms of everything. Right now it's school, but then in a couple of years it'll be work, internships, jobs, employment, starting families. You know, I feel like comparison is there at every stage of life.
Maybe you have an idol and you want to be like him, so you are trying to be like him, but at the bottom you are yourself. So it's fine to compare, but just with the limits.
Sometimes I compare a lot with people when I'm kind of jealous with people because they have something more than what I want to have. But sometimes I don't really compare myself because I feel like we are all different. So we don't really have to see them. For example, if I'm better in some particular things, I don't really have to be better than them in terms of something else.
Nah, it's just weird to compare, man. Like, and my mom always told me, don't compare. So like, I got used to.
I just like to be myself. I don't care about what the others are doing, and therefore I don't have the need to compare myself to others.
And if I think I'm worse than somebody, I don't usually think, oh, I should improve myself. It's just, it's his life or her life. So I'm just gonna live my like by myself.
That you know that there are different standards that we have to accomplish here. You know, for example, at school we have to get certain grades and stuff like that. But I just tend to compare myself with like the other people's efforts. Like if they are doing this, I know I can too. You know, so I can do as much as I can, like for me, like to get to a point where I want to be. So I think that I also compare like myself like from the past and now, and I feel actually really happy with my progress.